What's happening, shredders? I hope you're all good. So recently Baz has started cycling into work. This has led to him having a bit more enjoyment out of getting the miles in on the road bike, and subsequently me being invited along on a few of these rides. So last week Baz had a little bit of time off and he asked if I'd go for a ride with him. He'd been looking to break the 40-mile barrier for a few weeks now, so naturally I agreed and said that we were going to do over 50. So the route I planned left from my work, it dropped back into Plymouth from Ivy Bridge, took us around Saltram and then up through Plym Bridge all the way up the 27 into Tavistock. It then took us across from Tavistock into Princetown back down into Yelverton and then across the moors back to my work. When planning routes, I could really do with kind of learning how to read the terrain in terms of climbs, but Strava, I didn't realise until I planned one the other day, has a really good function that you press play and it actually takes you through the route you've planned, tells you what percentage the inclines are. So kind of had an idea that there were two hills that Baz had already told me about coming in from Tavistock to Princetown that were pretty horrendous. Apparently called Pork Hill. Anyway, really steep climbs, right kind of in the smack bang in the middle of our ride. Baz has attempted this route from Tavistock into Princetown before, and he has stated that these climbs have defeated him effectively, that he already in his head was going to get off and walk. So off we set, start these climbs. There is a really strong headwind which kind of was a bit demoralising, but also made me kind of dig my heels in a little bit and think, well, no, we can still do it. Anyway, started to climb. First incline, nice and easy, really out the way, and then you can see in the distance what they call Pork Hill, 1,000 foot of climb in one hit. And when you get to the bits that flatten out a little bit, that headwind just made it still feel like you were going up a 10-12% climb. Even on the downs, you weren't able to kind of benefit from that momentum. He'd said at the beginning of the climb in his own head that he wasn't going to get off until I did. Now, me being the stubborn bastard that I am, I wasn't getting off till the top. As you come out of Princetown into Yelverton, although it undulates, there's some really, really good downs. I think this is where we hit. Strava told us our max speed was 54.9 miles per hour, which, although I, much prefer the exhilaration of riding through the woods and dodging trees, it's a good feeling when you hit those speeds. So undulate down into Yelverton, and then come across through Yelverton into Leamore, from Leamore into Cornwood and back to work. So, Yelverton, probably 40 miles into the ride at that point, so 10 miles left. Now, although this is kind of undulation, and a lot of it is gentle undulation, again, the headwind made the flats feel like a climb. But also, there are two steep climbs in there. Now, I had half warned Baz about these, but I think at this point, we were 40 miles in, both of us were feeling it. We made it all the way back to the club. So our 52.2 mile ride took us 4 hours and 5 minutes of moving time, which I was really happy with. I'd like to get under the 4 hours. So on this ride I tried to keep it as simple as possible to keep the weight down. I did fill up my 2 litre hydration pack with water and took a 500ml bottle of electrolytes. I also took a couple of snack bars and things like that. If you are taking this one thing that I didn't take that I probably should have was lights. We got 2 dark tunnels. It would have been nice to have at least been able to warn people, especially the Tavistock tunnel. It was pretty pitch black in that one, so next time on this ride I would put my lights on, even if it's daytime. So I find road biking a little bit different to mountain biking, because you know that you're going to be passing shops and cafes and whatnot, whereas with a mountain bike you might be in the middle of the moors for 3 hours, so you need to kind of plan a little bit more. We decided to stop in Tavistock, and we also did another stop in Princetown. We used the Leisure Centre's cafe in Tavistock, which was nice, sat in the park by the river. We then stopped in Foxtor Cafe, which is a staple when you get to Princetown anyway. So yeah, there's plenty of stop options on this route, so if you wanted to break it up, you could. Hopefully you've enjoyed this first attempt at recording / reviewing a road ride. If you've got any rides that you think I should go out and do, I'm more than happy to accept some suggestions, and I'll head out and ride them. So I would recommend this for people who are already proficient at cycling. This isn't a beginner route, firstly because of the distance. 52 miles is a really good distance to cycle. It also takes in a few really steep climbs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share with anyone else you think might enjoy it. I'll leave a link to the route in the comments below.